Minister of Police Bheki Cele has promised action to the community of Riverlea in Johannesburg. Residents earlier today barricaded Main Reef Road in protest against illegal mining. On Saturday, police found 5 bodies following a shootout between rival groups of Zamazamas. Cele visited the area this afternoon. Our senior reporter Aviwe Mtila is on the ground covering that story. Aviwe, good afternoon. What's the latest that's happening there? Perhaps we can begin there before you tell us what the minister had to say to the residents of Riverlea.
Bradan, the tempers are still flaring here in Riverlea, even after the minister has addressed the community members here. There were attempts to actually put back those tires, as you can see, that they've been actually protesting the whole day. Of course, the fight is against these Zamazamas here that are essentially terrorizing the community as they conduct their own turf wars. We understand 5 people have been killed over the weekend in that infighting between the Zamazamas. I just want to get a sense now, Bradan, if you can give me a chance, from the community members to understand what's been going on. Sir, just your understanding of the community, how bad is the situation here?
Well, the situation is currently very bad. At the end of the day, we have cops here that is not doing their job properly. They want to terrorize the community, but they can't even do their own jobs by going in and clearing all this nonsense that's taking place. I mean, our children is terrified of all the gunshots that's taking place. Who is going to give our children counseling? Who's going to help our children for the trauma that has been taking place? I mean, these Zamazamas, they don't care where they're digging. They're digging underneath our houses. Our houses, our ceilings are cracked. Our tiles in my lounge, you can see it's lifted up because of these Zamazamas. What happened in town can happen here in Riverlea as well. And it will even be more devastating when it does happen here in Riverlea. Does the government want to wait until that happens? When our houses are sunk down in the ground, who's going to pay for our houses? Who's going to pay us?
The police minister says that the TRT and Amapereta will be deployed immediately with a stronger force within 24 hours. What's your sentiment as a community?
Well, we're going to give him a chance on that to hear what and see. But after 24 hours, if nothing happens, we take action again.
So what's going to happen tonight when we go to bed? Then they're going to start shooting. How much people must die tonight for them to deploy police? And the army must come in straight.
The police minister, I think, he's got his wires crossed. True. Because why you want to deploy a tactical team? Why you want to deploy the barracks here, right? The thing is this, he's basically bringing them for the community, nobody else. He wants to stop us from this protest. We're not going to stop. It's not going to stop until someone...
I want to get your sentiments, sir. I heard you were quite vocal while the police minister was speaking there. You heard the promises of, a stronger force within 24 hours. Your take?
Okay, Avi, what's been happening here? This incident is not from 2 days ago, 2 months ago. It's been ongoing for more than 12 years, where we've engaged with even a government portfolio committee on mining. We've engaged with everybody. Unfortunately, we have never engaged with Minister Bheki Cele, but at least Bheki Cele came out today. So the 24-hour program that he's going to implement, I hope it succeeds because the community is fed up, as you can see. We have been sent from pillar to post when the Zamazamas attack the community. It's not an issue. But now the police are here intimidating us. So we just need a way forward. You know what? Because as I'm saying, after 24 hours, we're going to come back to the streets. But now, with the community engagements, some are feeling happy, some are not. But you really need to engage with the community, get back to you guys, and just give you our feedback on what's going to happen.
Okay, that 24-hour period starting essentially now. So the community says that if they don't see the end of these turf wars between the Zamazamas, they'll be back at it in Riverlea as well as Langlaagte, of course. As you heard there, for the last 12 or so years, it's been ongoing. These ringing of guns and these turf wars that have really terrorized the community, some of them running to the very homes of the community members. Yeah, they have had enough. In fact, we heard Police Minister a bit earlier on. I'm not sure if we have time, Bradan, just to listen to even some of his response when I pointedly asked him what's going to change, because I'm sure time and again this has been reported. Why does it take a protest for the minister to come out? This is what he had to say.
No, we are here We visited, okay, Budi. We visited 2 holes already. There is a hole on the other side that goes very deep. There is a hole here that is almost in between the houses here, and there are processing plants that these people are using in between and among the houses. We know that we picked up the dead bodies here, but more than anything, we know these people, they used your houses as a shield, shooting one another between your own houses. We know that the community is quite scared and the community is unsafe. Therefore, that's why we came here. We came with the Deputy Minister of Police, Matala. We came with the National Commissioner of the South African Police, Masimula. We came with a provincial commissioner, Mawela. We came with the deputy. We came with the General Zulu, who runs our special forces within the South African Police. We have heard your demand that the state must respond to this situation. Yes. We are responding in 24 hours. Yes.
Aviwe, as we've just heard now a short while ago when you were speaking to some of the Riverlea community members, they insist that the police are not doing anything.
Well, that's a very sentiment that was told to Police Minister Bheki Cele as he addressed the crowd here. I remember when he was on top of that van speaking about the Langlagte police station, which is around about a kilometer away from here, them being here. The community was up in roar, essentially, saying that they don't want to hear anything about the Langlagte police station because it has dismally failed them. Hence then, the Police Minister needed to emphasize that they'll be bringing a stronger contingency of police on the ground. That is the TRT, as well as barricaded that are to be immediately deployed here. And then, of course, we are promised a stronger force with no specifics from the minister on what that actual force will be. But that was promised within 24 hours. And I did mention, Bradan, that I did ask the police minister, why is it taking the community to be up in arms for them to burn tires to see then the police being in the ground in Riverlea? He seemed to suggest that they're doing something about these Zamas, but while the one area that may have been neglected is this very area where you heard some of those community members say that for the last 12 years, the guns have been bringing here, and there are actually 2 holes not far from where we are that the police minister says he went and tried to dig these Zamas in. Some of them, of course, running into the hole. So the suggestions are that even the Mineral Resources Minister, Kwete Mantashe, must be part of the team that closes these holes to just deter the Zamas from operating here. Even human settlements must come in the fore, because there are these informal settlements that are here. So the people just right across the road must be moved here. As not even far from where we are, Bradan, is where those bodies were found. We understand 5 of them, Lesotho nationals that have been not only terrorizing the community, but are in turf wars between each other, fighting among each other, and that, of course, going into the community. Almost a daily occurrence. They know that at around 6 o'clock, the guns will be ringing in Riverlea.
Well, it's not true that we have not been responding. Maybe in particular place here, yes. But we have been responding on Zama's matters in many other ways. That's why last month, if you follow the news, 87 of these Zamas were sentenced to 8 years each. 7 of them. So it's not true that there's nothing being done on it. Yes, in particular here. Yesterday when it happened, the provincial commissioner did send the minimum number of the barracks here, the TRT. We'll keep the TRT here until General Zulu here. General Zulu is responsible for the special operation within the South African Police. She will put that plan in 24 hours. But it doesn't mean that because there's been shooting going on, when this comes, we need him to respond. We need to respond, and we are responding decisively. Watch the space.
Minister of Police Bheki Cele ending that update from Riverlea in Johannesburg by reporter Aviwe Mtila. Now,